Welcome back to the channel. For today's question, somebody asked, what is it really like to drive a Lamborghini? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to LamboView. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, think of me as a Lamborghini mentor, and I teach you how to get a Lamborghini. So if that's what your dream is, to get a Lamborghini, do yourself a favor, subscribe right now. I put out content every single week, and you can ask me whatever you want. So let's go ahead and get started with this one. So what is it really like to drive a Lamborghini? Well, I will tell you that it's not exactly what you imagined. The car doesn't really drive the way that you would expect. Now, there's a few different things to kind of put into that. So a lot of people think, whenever they think a Lamborghini, they think it's like a race car. It can carve up the track, canyons and all that. It definitely can, don't get me wrong. But when you're comparing it against something that's more built for the tracks, such as a Porsche or GT3 RS, a Lamborghini is basically a different monster compared to those two. Let's just say, for example, a Porsche GT3 RS, those cars are built for the track. They're meant to go crazy around the track. A lot of people think that a Lamborghini would kind of be like that, but it's not really. Lamborghini is kind of built for more of the show, and that's a big reason why a lot of people kind of buy the car, is because of the show. And that is probably a big reason to buy it, because the experience you get with these vehicles is nothing like any other car that you'd be getting. The car is fast, don't get me wrong, it's fast, but I've also had an M4 before, and I've said it before on the channel, and I still say it till this day. I think the M4 drove better than the Lamborghini did. The Lamborghini is more of a showy car, it's more of a hair on fire car. I do feel that the Lamborghini is more of a safer car for me, because I don't feel the need to kind of really go fast in it, because I already know the car is fast. And the other reason being is because you're so low to the ground, you kind of think you're going faster than you actually are. At least compared to the M4. The M4 I can go 120 with absolutely zero effort. The Lamborghini, more about the sound, more about the experience. That is what is kind of like to drive the Lamborghini. You don't really drive the Lamborghini to go fast. I've seen some cars that actually go fast with it. The car is fully capable of it, but when you drive a Lamborghini, you get some sort of feeling where it's just like, I drive a Lamborghini, like I already know the car is fast. I don't need to drive fast. So you'll be in those situations a lot. You'll see Corvettes and other fast cars kind of come up to you to kind of prove themselves that they're fast too, which they are probably fast. Like an M4, I think could probably keep up with this car. But whenever you're in those cars, you kind of feel the need to kind of be like, hey, I'm fast too, check this out. But with this car, it's just like, okay, yeah, whatever. You just go about your day. And I personally like that, because it's just probably the main reason. One of the biggest reasons I got rid of the M4 was because just to be more safe in this car, because I know that I'm not going to be going crazy with this car like I was with the M4 in Mexico. But yeah, the Lamborghini, the biggest thing that you'll see whenever you drive the car, what it's like, is the sound. The sounds that these cars makes is just insane. At the making of this video, the Temerario just came out, so I personally still haven't experienced the sound of that. It's a V8. This car is a V10. It's a Lamborghini Huracan Evo Spider. Granted, all the Lamborghinis, they all kind of drive a little bit differently. The Huracan, from what I've heard, is a bit of a more entry-level Lamborghini. It's still pretty quick. You're not going to get the same visceralness. You're not going to get the same raw emotion or the kick in the transmission that you would with a Aventador. But this is a good car for me, because I don't really care about that stuff yet. And this is my first supercar, so I do want to start from here to get the whole effect of the whole lineup. But yes, it's a fast car, don't get me wrong. This car is all-wheel drive. It can definitely grip the road. It can slice through traffic. I still think the BMWs can slice through traffic better than the Huracan can. The Huracan can definitely do its part, but in the real world, whenever you're driving a Lamborghini, you have cars just speeding up to you or slowing down to get a better look of your car. So it's really difficult to kind of predict traffic patterns. BMWs and other cars are more stealthy, so it's easier to predict the traffic, but the experience you get with the Lamborghini is unlike any other thing. I'll drive the car on the days that I drive the car on the weekends. I constantly see at least 1 to 2, probably 4 cameras facing the car on the highway, where people don't even have that much time to pull out their camera. But I'll constantly see it all the time. Like if I'm driving on the highway, I'll look at a car and then I'll see somebody's phone just filming the car, which is kind of cool. Again, once a week for me. If I were to daily the car, it would get really annoying pretty quick. But that's kind of like the driving feel of it. What is it like to drive the Lamborghini? The shifting's really quick in this car. I have a Huracan Evo, so the dual clutch transmission does shift really quick. I was quite surprised by that. The sound is, I think, what makes Lamborghini, to be honest. Granted, they are fast cars, but the sound you get whenever you're going through a tunnel, if you haven't seen it already, I posted a POV video of me just driving through the tunnel in Mexico, and you can get a good rough idea with the headphones in how crazy loud the car is whenever you're going through a tunnel. It's just unlike any other feeling, unlike any other car. The only thing that could really top that is another Aventador that could be screeching through the tunnel too. I have noticed that if you're going on a rally with 50 other Lambos, it may be a good idea to bring earplugs. That was one of the things that I picked up on. Every single time I drive the car with the top down, I get a notification on my watch saying, hey, you're in an environment where the decibel levels are quite high. You may want to put on some ear protection or get out of there. So that's a really cool thing that I kind of see on my phone all the time, which is really hilarious. But yeah, especially through a tunnel, the downshift, whenever you downshift the car, it makes a crazy popping sound. It sounds like fireworks at times. And every single car around you can kind of hear you coming, which is really cool. I would say, yes, the vehicles do come with a lot of clout, but the way you feel about yourself, just knowing that the route you took in life was the correct one that led you to a Lamborghini, that's probably my biggest thing about the whole thing. I mean, I went the complete unconventional route, basically flunked out of college and did my own thing, and then I got to here. That's probably the biggest thing that I love about this car. Not even the way that it drives, is the fact that the route that I took in life led me to here. That's probably the biggest thing that I love about this car, and the biggest thing that I wake up to every single day. It gives you this really cool confidence knowing that whatever you did, that everything that kind of happened the way that it happened just turned out for the better. Then that feeling right there is probably beyond like how the car feels. It's just the emotional side of whatever comes with this car, which is really big. So I like that a lot. But yeah, going back to the drive, one of the weirdest things about the car that I'm still kind of getting used to is the turn signal. I'm going to be doing a video about just kind of walking through the cockpit of the car. So that video is going to be coming up next, so stay tuned for that one, subscribe. But if you look kind of right here, the turn signal is actually right on the steering wheel too. I either have to flick it to the left or flick it to the right, and then it'll just continuously blink until I push in like this. And then that's whenever the turn signal stops. I personally still have a weird feeling about this one. I'm still getting used to it. It does take like a learning curve with it, but yeah, that's one thing that's really weird feeling whenever you drive the Lamborghini, is trying to get used to this guy. So it's click left to turn on the left blinker, click right, and then push in to stop the blinker. You can't do a quick click where it does the 3 blinks, the 1, 2, 3. You have to physically push in the button. So it's a 2-step process to use the turn signal within the car. So that part's a little weird, but yeah, you kind of just get used to it. But yes, the sound is crazy. I've done a short video clip, a short YouTube short on the cold start of the car. The cold start's pretty crazy. I think whoever owned this car previously permanently disconnected the valve, so the car is just loud in every single mode and every single speed. That part's a little crazy, but I also think that's really, really cool, especially for a weekend car. You kind of want that thrill to be there whenever this is your weekend car. But yeah, driving wise, what else can we add to this? Shifting is pretty cool. The shifting is kind of located on the steering wheel column. Again, I'll show you in the next video where I do a walkthrough of the car. I'm driving the car. Oh, visibility sucks in this car, to be honest. I had to get these little blind spot sticky glasses that are on the side mirrors themselves. The visibility really, really sucks, to be honest. Especially if you have the Evo Spider, like the convertible that we have here. The convertible one, it raises this portion right here a bit more up compared to the other ones, so your visibility is even worse than it already is. So the cars behind me, I can't see unless I tilt up my neck like this. I have to go like this every single time I look in the rearview mirror, because I literally cannot see nothing. And then the hips of the car are also really bulky, so in the side mirrors too, you can see the bulkiness of those hips in the back, which also limits your visibility, hence why I have my little blind spot mirrors that you'll see in the POVs. So the visibility is a little bit rough, hence why that's probably another reason why it's difficult to drive the car fast, is just because you have to look 3 times, sometimes 4 times, to not even see the car, but also if another car is just randomly trying to catch up to you to see you. So that's why it's kind of difficult to drive this car fast. It's getting easier the more that I own the car. I've had the car for about 3-4 months now, so it is getting a little bit easier to get a feel for the car. A big thing that really annoys me a whole lot is going to be this guy right here. So this position that we have here for the different drive modes, Strada is your comfort mode, Sport is your sport mode, Corsa is like your track mode. Whenever you go into Corsa mode, your gearing turns into manual shifting. There is a way to code that off, but I personally don't like to go that route. But once you go into track mode, which is the Sport Plus, I guess you could say, you have to take care of shifting your own gears. You can't blow up the engine because it will auto shift, but not for a long time. You will bounce off the rev limiter quite a bit before the vehicle will shift for you. So you still have to kind of make sure that you're shifting properly. I wish that Corsa mode, the highest mode, the track mode, would still be auto shifting like it was for the M4. But I get where Lamborghini's kind of going with that, because they do kind of prefer that full track like feel. But the other part that I really hate is if I'm going from Corsa, the Sport Plus mode, back up to Sport to soften down the car, it's still going to be in manual mode unless I hit this M button that is way down here. So I have to push on this guy right here to go back into automatic shifting. So it's kind of a two-step process where I have to go from track mode to sport mode, but then it's still manual shifting. So then I have to go down here and push on the M mode here to go back into automatic shifting. So that part's a little weird. It's kind of annoying, but after you get like a feel for it, your hands do get the rhythm down. You go like this, and then you go like this to go back into automatic mode. So that part's a little weird whenever it comes to driving the car, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. So that was just me rambling on about how this vehicle drives. There's obviously a whole lot more to it, but that was just a quick video about it. Subscribe to the channel. If you all had questions, write them down below. I will do a video on it, whether that's about owning the car, the finances, or driving the car, whatever it is. Comment down below. I'll see you all for the next one.